Yes, you are right. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the Autoantibody Network, AAN. AAN was initiated in 2004 by Dr. Mario DaCosta, Margaret Zeal, and Dr. Donglei Ma. The initial purpose was to promote regular communications among clinical autoimmune diagnostic laboratories. Workshops and newsletters played a major role at that time. The newsletter, Autoantibody Communication, were published and distributed to AAN members. Autoantibody training programs, ATP, were also developed, and these activities were carried out across Canada. Today, the Autoantibody Network has 32 passionate committee members who are dedicated in autoantibody diagnostics and are experts in the field of autoimmune diseases in Canada and around the world.
After the birth of AAN, demands for the conference became inevitable. So far, there have been 15 conferences which were held in different cities of Canada. In each conference, we had a theme and key interest, addressing the concerns and focus on the possible solutions. Over years, autoantibody diagnostic fields experienced quite a few turbulences. We were coping well and constantly developing and moving forward.
The historic first conference was held in London, Ontario on October 20th and 21st, 2005. The local chair was Marguerite Zeal from Immunology Laboratory, London Health Sciences. The theme of the conference was Autoantibody Update, Testing, New Technologies, and Clinical Applications. The keynote speaker was Professor Pierre Huillinou from Brest University, France, and his keynote address was A Handful of New Autoantibodies in Sjogren's Syndrome.
Committee to welcome you to this historic first conference of the Autoantibody Network in London, Ontario.
The second conference was held on September 21st and 22nd in the beautiful city of Fredericton, New Brunswick. The conference was led by local chair Dale Tozer from Dr. Everett Chalmers Regional Hospital. The theme of the conference was Autoantibody Diagnostics, Scanning the Past and Illuminating the Future. Our keynote speaker was Dr. Ung Tan, who is recognized as the founder of the field of autoimmune disease diagnosis from the W.M. Keck Autoimmune Disease Center at the Scripps Research Institute in La Jolla, California. Dr. Tan's keynote speech was well received and perfectly matched the theme of the conference. The local organizing committee organized a wonderful and unforgettable event.
The third conference was held in the capital city of Canada, Ottawa, on September 20th and 21st, 2007. The theme of the conference was Autoantibodies, Prediction, Prevention, and Pathogenesis in Autoimmune Diseases. Dr. Ronald Booth was the chair of the local organizing committee. We invited Professor Yehuda Sheffield from the University of Tel Aviv, Israel, to give us an insightful keynote address, perfectly reviewed autoantibody in roles in autoimmune diseases. A medical comedian was entertained us at the evening event.
The fourth conference was in the beautiful city of Vancouver, BC, on September 18th and 19th, 2008. The local chair was Dr. Michael Moss from Life Labs. The theme of conference was Autoantibody Testing Standardization. Our beloved Dr. Marvin Fritzler from University of Calgary gave us a keynote speech on autoantibody testing standardization. The evening event Vancouver Cruise Tour provided us with wonderful live music and networking opportunities. The fifth conference was in Toronto Waterfront on September 17th and 18th, 2009. This conference focused on autoantibodies and their clinical significance. Dr. Edward K.L. Chan from University of Florida gave a wonderful keynote address on human autoantibodies of clinical and biological significance.
The celebration of the 5 consecutive conference was held with acknowledgments of many active AAN members.
Dr. Donglai Ma from McMaster University and Euro Imian was the local chair of the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th conference. The 6th conference was held in Mississauga, Ontario on September 22nd and 23rd, 2011. The theme of this conference is autoantibody diagnosis, which way to go, to address some of the challenges in autoantibody diagnosis.
The 7th conference was held in Port Credit, Ontario on September 27th and 28th, 2012. The theme is about autoantibody testing, quality, and innovation. Our keynote speaker, Dr. Pierluigi Moroni from University of Milan, Italy, talked about pathogenesis of antiphospholipid syndrome, understanding the anti-antibodies. The magician's performance at the evening event brought laughter, joy, and relaxation to the delegates.
The 8th conference was once again held in downtown Mississauga for the only time it was held in the spring, May 22nd to 23rd, 2014. The topic of the conference, which seemed to take a serious look at the situation during that time, was autoantibody diagnostics. Is the foundation shaking? The discussion was so practical and important and helped attendees overcome some of the confusion in this field. Toronto Dinner Cruise celebrates AAN's 10th anniversary. You can see everyone was full of energy to tackle future challenges.
The 9th conference was held in Port Credit, Ontario the second time on October 8th and 9th, 2015. The theme autoantibody diagnostics, to care or to care less, was also addressed the situation in the field. Dr. Luis Eduardo C. Andrade gave an insightful keynote speech entitled Autoantibody Standardization. The meeting was a complete success. During the evening's event, a variety of activities brought opportunities for fun and communication.
The torch of local chair of the 10th conference was on the hands of Dr. Connie Prosser from the University of Alberta Hospital. The conference was held September 29th and 30th, 2016 in Jasper, Alberta at its best season. The theme was mountains, lakes, and autoantibodies. That's really representing what the delegates out there doing. Dr. Winfried Stocker from the University of Lübeck and Euro Imian, Germany, served as the keynote speaker. His topic, application of multiparametric autoantibody screening in the diagnosis of neurological autoimmune diseases, was well received. The evening's event celebrated the 10th consecutive AAN meetings and featured local speaker Kirsten Schmitten of the Canadian Rockies talking about wildlife in Jasper National Park. This was a very interesting and interactive talk. Dr. Stocker's singing voice was beautiful and impressive. The conference was an unforgettable success.
The local chair for 11th and 12th conferences was Dr. Maria Pazik from St. Joseph's Health Centre in Toronto. The 11th meeting was held in Meadowvale, Ontario on September 21st and 22nd, 2017. Dr. Shirley Chow from the University of Toronto gave a keynote speech. Her topic was choosing wisely in autoantibody testing. The evening entertainment was full of fun. A team of musicians pretending they were from the catering service. That was impressive since most attendees really thought so. The old song brought us into the beautiful memories. The 12th conference was held in Niagara Falls on October 4th and 5th, 2018. The keynote address was delivered by Dr. Deborah Levy of the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto. Her topic was the 1,000 Faces of Childhood-Onset Lupus. Both conferences discussed various autoantibodies in clinical applications. Autoantibody Quality Assurance Initiative, AQAI, was introduced by Dr. Maria Pazik at this conference. Here is Dr. Pazik.
Hello, I'm Maria Pazik, clinical biochemist, and I've had the great pleasure of being a member of the AAN for the past 12 years. When I first met Dr. Ma in 2012, we hit it off immediately, and he has become one of my greatest collaborators and friends since. Dr. Ma's extensive knowledge in autoantibody testing allowed me and my team at Unity Health Toronto to develop a center of excellence in autoimmune testing and to also develop the AQAI, or the Autoantibody Quality Assurance Initiative, which allowed the testing of standardized samples in labs all across Canada and the sharing of our results in the form of detailed reports and annual discussions at the AAN conference. I've also had the pleasure of being a past chair of 2 AAN conferences in 2017 and 2018, where I had the great pleasure of meeting and collaborating with many of you. Dear AAN, I would like to wish you a most happy 20th year anniversary, and I look forward to many more friendships, collaborations, and breakthroughs in the next 20 years. Cheers!
The 13th conference was held in Meadowvale, Ontario, again on September 19th and 20th, 2019. The local chair returned to Dr. Donglai Ma. The theme was Autoantibody Diagnostics, the Amazing Future. Dr. Ma gave an exact opening talk on it. The conference concluded with interactive practical questions and discussion.
The conference was renamed the first time after the last 13 conferences to Autoantibody Summit. The Autoantibody Summit 2022 was led by local chair Dr. Waliul Khan of McMaster University. It was held in Hamilton, Ontario on September 22nd and 23rd, 2022. The theme of the conference was Autoantibodies, Open a New Chapter. This summit aimed to bring together clinical laboratories personnel, clinicians, researchers, and industrial delegates on a same platform for dissemination of knowledge, sharing novel concepts, as well as to promote collaboration in the fields of autoantibody diagnostic and research. There were 4 industrial sponsors participating in the summit. The summit represented a new beginning, and it was a great success.
Autoantibody Summit 2023, the 15th conference, was held the 3rd time in Port Credit, Ontario on September 21st and 22nd, 2023. Dr. Vathini Kulasingam of University Health Network was the chair of the local organizing committee. The well-planned program with the theme Autoantibodies, Practical Challenges and Promising Future. Dr. Marvin Fritzler from University of Calgary gave the keynote lecture, Autoantibodies, History, Pragmatic Challenges and Promising Future. It was a precious talk and so well received that many stories about autoantibody discoveries, clinical research, collaboration, and applications. The summit reached a record high number of attendees, 6 industrial partners' participation. Here's Dr. Kulasingam.
Hello, everyone. I'm sending warm greetings from Toronto. I'm Vathini, and I had the honor of chairing the 15th Autoantibody Summit in 2023. This was held in Port Credit, Ontario, with a record number of attendees and a theme of practical challenges and promising future. We put together a spectacular program. This was a venue where clinicians, laboratory physicians, trainees, and medical lab technologists, along with our vendors, came together to exchange information and stay updated on new knowledge. I'm privileged now to share in celebrating the 20th year of the Autoantibody Network, and this would not be possible without Dr. Ma's relentless efforts to gather the right people together for the right reasons at the right time. That almost sounds like precision medicine, and this is really where autoimmune diagnostics is heading in the future. It's a rapidly growing area within laboratory medicine and really checks off all the right boxes right now. Artificial intelligence, big data, machine learning, decision support tools, and test utilization. So I'm so happy that we're all here to be a part of this milestone and to celebrate together. Thank you.
I am Fredericton. Many voices speaking to you through the centuries.
Hello everyone, I'm Yu Chen. On behalf of the organization committee, thanks again for coming to the Autoantibody Summit 2024. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the Autoantibody Network. I hope you enjoyed the day one program so far. Also like the What We Know Beaverbrook Art Gallery. There will be another day of exciting, outstanding presentations tomorrow. Hopefully you will like those presentations. I also like to thank the generous vendors for their sponsorships. Again, on behalf of the local organization committee, thank you everyone for contribution to this conference to make it successful. Thank you.
Autoantibody Network would like to express its sincere thanks to all committee members, conference chairs, and their organizing committee members, all speakers, volunteers, industrial partners, and all participants. AAN is progressing well and playing an important role in the autoantibody diagnostics field. Its development is well beyond the original scope. Professionals working in both clinical settings and research fields are enthusiastically involved in the AAN activities. The platforms for the AAN now include regular workshops, specific work groups, Autoantibody Quality Assurance Initiatives AQAI annual conference, and the Journal of Autoantibodies. Looking forward to seeing you every year at the conference, and let's focus on the autoantibodies and moving forward together.